SpeedGaming 2 presents the Link to the Past randomizer tournament, and here we have a Group V match between Maximum Barnage and KiebsGaming. I'm Adirondack Rick, being joined by Deep Fried, and just in time for dinner time here on the East Coast of the U.S., we have this ambrosia to help keep ourselves appetized.
Yes, indeed. First match of Group V here. Maximum Barnage being our bubble contender here into the main tournament at 128. Meanwhile, Kiebs is the Q1, I believe, at like 21st, 22nd. Gonna be a great match here.
You're forcing me to look this stuff up, aren't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Rick.
You're forcing me to look stuff up while we get ready for this race as we wait for the countdown. These runners will begin going in just a moment. So the card, since this is the first match of this group, the deck was full. We're sitting at 4 cards per mode. So it drew ambrosia for the opening match for this Group V.
So do you think we're getting one of those ambrosias that we're going to be able to do quick? Or do you think this is going to be one of those Moon Pearl at 40-minute fiascos?
I have no idea what we're going to expect for this group here. Let me be honest. I was teasing with them in the race room about the Fighters Toward Mothula aspect as we're counting down, about ready to begin. Kiebs, the 20 seed in this group. All right. Start over at the Link's house. We get ourselves a piece of hard as Maximum Barnage will go ahead. And one thing to remember about ambrosia, this is something that I always have failed to remember. You start with a sword.
I think I forgot that the first 2 times I did that too. I can distinctly remember picking up bushes to kill that Popo and then getting yelled at by teammates afterwards. Like, why didn't you just use your sword? And I'm like, oh,
Nobody yells at me about that stuff, but then again, the only races I actually did that were being shown on a stream, well, I actually weren't on a stream because I was doing the asyncs, but it was like, Maximum having a little bit of issues over here. It looks like Kiebs is just, tier 2 tree pull our bombs. All right, well, that's nice and beneficial for Maximum Barnage.
Yeah, getting a little bit of fortunate luck with the tier 2 tree pull being the bombs. And we
Magic Cape. And then we get our rupees so we can actually go towards the Village of Outcasts and be able to partake in everything that we need to partake over there. Kiebs ended up... I don't know if Kiebs was able to get that chest or not, because I was more focused on what we had in Hype Cave.
He did indeed. That was a small key over there. And it looks like he's going to drop down and grab some bombs.
So as a result of this mode, we do end up having 3 items inside of Skull Woods, but one of them, by rule, is going to be attached to the boss.
Yes, indeed. And it looks like Kiebs taking another intentional death here, getting some more bombs and magic to farm up. This is one of the most convenient places in Ambrosia to do that. Getting it right off the rip and being able to have some starting equipment that, you're not necessarily relying on the luck of the tree pulls. You're going to have it for when you get down and go to Hype Cave.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate for Kiebs that the tier 2 tree pull turned out to be bombs. We do find a glove. I think you know why I'm humming.
Oh, oh goodness. Not just 1 glove, but 2. That's really going to help routing now, because Kiebs is going to be able to go from Link's house and be able to take the south route straight into Village of Outcasts. A really convenient set of mitts.
Yep, Kiebs is going to find out all the money over here. Does not know that the tier 2 tree pull are bombs at this point, but Kiebs is going to make up the time that he spent in Skull Woods by being able to, as you noted, grabbing the things that we need to grab over here on the side of the world. Hey, 5-6 over at Pad and Turtle Rock. We have pendants. Green pendant is Skull. Red pendant over at Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I don't think Keeps did a map check yet either, so this is the first we're getting that info.
Yeah, the only information we got about School Woods was that it was a pendant when Kiebs took a look inside of School Woods, and that was only because there was that letter P on the side there. Maximum Barnage scouting out the bumper ledge, and that was just arrows.
And with that 300 in Hype Cave, we're not even going to see the much more used in Ambrosia archery game, but with a 300 right off the bat. Super convenient. Don't need to go visit and shoot some arrows with a bow you don't have.
Ambrosia or Krosky is usually the modes that you see that, and Maximum Barnage needing to get those Gibdos away. Finally is able to pull them away enough in order to get back here. I love when the Gibdo's right at that door. It's always such fun.
Yes, fun. That's the word for it.
So somebody in chat was asking about the Ambrosia portion of this, which is what Ambrosia takes its name from, is the same rule that is in Ambrosia, that is that you will have an item guaranteed to be on the boss, and because big keys are shuffled, you will see a case here where there's going to be 2 items still to be located in the Skull Woods and the first 2 sections, or maybe back underneath the bridge. Anyways, those 2, the glove and the Titans doesn't do anything at this point except for logic or easier routing. That hammer does a little bit more.
Yeah, that hammer's going to give us access over towards Pod, as well as hammer pegs here, which it looks like Keebs is immediately going and doing.
Yeah, and you mentioned in the pre-race talk that Keebs is one of your teammates in the league?
Yes, indeed. We are 1 Blue Goo, 1 Scotch, 1 B, depending on which day to which one we all are. We were formed last year after the Mentor Tournament.
So which one is Keebs today?
Keebs right now definitely going to be Blue Goo. He's got to go charging straight ahead, and if he doesn't pull out the win, he'll definitely be the Scotch.
I like the way you think. So yeah, I'm interested in to see what this seed is going to do for us. Obviously, if we get the Moon Pearl somewhere, then we can get access to the Light World.
Yeah, and convenient access to, with having both Mitts and Hammer already, we can get through all the different portals around the world and don't have to worry about running to Village Outcasts to be able to then start in Kakariko to, get to South Shore, get to any of the other places. It has been really convenient. The question is, are we going to end up seeing a lamp first, and is it going to make us do... Are we headed to Pod after this?
I think we're heading to Pod after this. This is one of the more friendlier Ambrosias, to be honest.
Oh yeah, this is very kind to our runners here. Lots of access early, and no current standing to have to go up to a tower to deal with a Aghanim with like 3 or 4 hearts. Very true. Or so far, no big keys that we have to worry about a moth or a blind fight to be able to get our progression yet either. Still lots that we can do here.
And there goes Keebs right now, over towards the Palace of Darkness. I would definitely chase that bow right away.
I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him check the Pyramid Ledge first before heading to Palace.
True. So that is exactly where Keebs is going. And now, why would you check the Pyramid early? like this?
Mostly just if it gives you something that makes Palace of Darkness more quickly. If the pod big key's over here, it feels really bad to do all of Palace of Darkness except that, come back here, and the big key's just sitting right here. So just a little bit of insurance, and it's really not that much slower. I don't know if we'll go up to Catfish or not and check that too, but we'll see here in a moment. Yep, going to Catfish first.
And Maximum Barter is saying no to the 20 rupees there, so both of these runners do have the money for Kiki when they do decide to go into the Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, that's another thing that 300 rupees is very convenient for. Don't need to farm up to be able to get into pod.
Yeah, so if you're coming here hoping for a whole bunch of arrow game action, well, I'm sorry, you've come to the wrong stream. Alright, the Ring of Stones. Catfish. Well, 10 arrows, which you'll be firing upon the mimics, but Kiebs does not want any part of those 10 arrows. I mean, we're going to have about a bunch of arrow pots in pod to begin with. And these two runners are going to do a high five in just a moment as Kiebs is heading to the Palace of Darkness and Maximum Barnage is heading to Catfish.
That's a great question, Trex. I believe that is before Koroks even existed. This game is that old. But I do appreciate the thought of, that definitely does look like a suspicious ring of rocks for a Korok to pop out of.
Ooh, Maximum Barnage taking a Dark World Octorok hug. You just gotta have to be careful of those plants as well. I mean, those things can kill you in one shot, if I remember correctly. There are 3 hearts damage, right?
Yep, 3 hearts damage for those. I have fallen victim to that a number of times, unfortunately, early on in the Brooded Seed or in a Spoiler Seed where you've got to run over here with no health. Or walk over here with no health, rather. Running over here would be much safer.
Ambrosia, Spoilers, Cross Keys, those are the 3 main setups where you'll be walking through here with less than 4 or 5 hearts. I mean, with 3, 4, 5 hearts, less than 6 or so hearts.
Very much so. So, definitely pretty sure this is a hard bottleneck here to pod to figure out what we're going to be getting for progression. Is it going to be Lamp and we're going to have to go up the mountain, or is the game going to be nice to us and give us something to get into Light World?
That's true. We don't have a heck of a lot that's in progression inside of this dungeon. We've got, maybe access to 6 or 7 items at this point until you get to the dark rooms?
Correct. Now, with a sword, I'm certain both these runners here are going to be...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting these items while we're here, but as far as logic's concerned...
Yeah, that's where I was going to go, is just logically what we're going to get is going to be before we get to a dark room. And it's the Ninja Gaiden Trilogy MSU being used from Maximum Barnage today that you can hear over on our left side. And beyond the mimics. Well, we knew we were going to find a key here, otherwise we'd have some issues. But how about 2 keys? I mean, we already saw a non-key over inside this pod in the shooter room.
No boots, no cane, no easy way across. Just gonna do the loop here and walk around. Let's see if Kiebs. Yep, gonna go after the vanilla big key chest here with the 2 keys. Knows that we're getting to the back.
Yeah, you know, at this point in time, you need to find logic in the next 4 chests, or maybe 5, depending on how key logic works with Harmless Hellway. Was that a 5? No, we haven't gotten the arena or the ledge there yet.
Right, that is 4 of our 5 there, but that or 4 out of those are our 4 guaranteed smalls. Could be a 5th. We don't know that. It's minimum 4. It's not guaranteed just 4. But
I will assume that if we get a key over here on the ledge, that means that Harmless Hellway is going to be the answer. But no, there's our lamp. All right, we can get up to the wonderful tower.
Ooh, and keeps forgetting to hit that. He came over from this direction, forgetting to hit the switch. Gonna have to drop a bomb and run back.
I see chat is so surprised by that discovery. Like it's the world's worst kept secret that we're going to probably find the lamp here. There's our first of our big keys. It is the big key to Eastern Palace. We've also seen the 6th and final key, which means Harmless Hellway is going to have something now. All right, we're up to 4 hearts. I think Chad was commenting about the way Maximum Barnage was exiting out of, I guess, the Mimic area. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, or the big key chest. I've not been paying attention, honestly. I've been waiting to see what this logic's going to throw at us.
I mean, that could be everything that's here, because that lamp does give us logic up to the mountain. The answer...
We're heading up the mountain. Yay. Yep. Deep fried, I have a feeling we're about ready to see one of our great light world trying to find where this moon pearl is type of seeds.
Yeah, it's looking more and more possible here. 100%, we may have gone from original recipe to extra crispy real quick.
Can I get some fries with that?
Yeah, sure, why not? For you, I'll hook you up.
Well, thank you. You're not going to do it for the other people watching chat, though?
No, I've got too many people booing me for that.
I mean, when you have a name such as Deep Fried, you kind of expect this for the territory.
I mean, yeah. All right, we've got the old man save.
Time to take the nice, boring walk all the way up the mountain before we can get into a portal and then watch a whole bunch of boulders smash on top of Link's face. At least we're going to maximize our frame movements by pumping on the stairs.
Yes, indeed.
I'm just waiting for the runner that has to take this old man on that walk and gets intercepted by that giant ball.
It's not fun. I've done it in practice seeds.
I know.
It feels bad.
That text box is horrible, but... Do you expect anything different?
No. Still feels bad.
I mean, you're not wrong. You know what also doesn't feel good? the pending walk past the Lionels.
Yeah, only 4 hearts. Gotta take some damage from the fireballs or a bomb to be able to get through past that. But it is 100%. Oh wait, we've got Cape. We should be fine.
Yeah, but you see Cabe's magic meter. We should be fine, but that magic meter is definitely saying you better be hoping those Lionels move in the right direction.
Well, what if they move in a left direction?
Well, I mean, they could move in the left direction, but then you kind of hate your life choices. And these runners already hated the choice that Sahasrabad decided to give them. All right. How well can Kieb's Lionel dodge?
Oh, he's not going to have any problems with this.
He's already got the cape out. All right, here goes the cape. There you go.
Just a little poof will do you.
Easy peasy.
All right, so this is going to be your Turtle Rock Medallion and Cane of Samaria here, right? That's what this is going to be for the first chest in Turtle Rock?
I mean, maybe. How about Mushroom for a fetch quest?
Oh, goodness. Mushroom. I'm trying to think if that's logically. Can you get to. In inverted, after you do agate, can you get to.
So, you might have to yell at your teammate.
For not giving us some knowledge here as to what our.
No. The fact that they didn't grab that full jar of magic.
Oh yeah, that's got it. I'm gonna put a Yep.
Hashtag team meeting.
Yep. Hashtag team meeting. Got it. Keeping that in this. I got a sticky note up here to be able to add that in. Yeah. There we go. You've got more weapons than a fighter's sword. We have.
Oh, he gets magic off the. He knew. Apparently, he knew. Never mind. Delete the note.
No, still gonna give the note, 100%, because it's absolutely something that I would get flack for myself. So even though he had the Giga Brain, knowing that the magic drop was coming, clearly counting items, now he's still gonna get flack for that.
I'll let you handle the interview then.
Barnage is going to give us that Quake is our
Barnage. That ain't gonna work. Nope.
And Barnage showing us one of the changes that has happened from Ambrosia over to Standard is all those pegs.
So the floating island is in logic, and the way to get there would be the portal on the bottom of the mountain.
Yes, indeed, and then walk up through Paradox Cave. That one will be in logic. That's an interesting. Wow, that would be an interesting location for our Moon Pearl, because it's probably going to get last located if that's the case. Because you're going to want to do your easier light world checks here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see some bunny revival outside of into Escape, just to see if we get something a little more convenient.
Barnage going with Hammer Stretch here for the ball and chain guard room. Unfortunately, taking a bop around. Kiebs is now through the 6th floor. And we haven't seen anyone put their numbers in the chat, so I guess we're not even doing some sort of guessing game on this one. You've all blown your opportunity. We'll just go ahead and talk about random things. Like, for instance, who are the other 2 runners in this group?
I believe that is Zen Arcane, and now you're going to make me look stuff up.
Yes, I am. I mean, we got a few moments here.
Also, 7. 7's my guess for the number of blue balls.
It's too late. Chat usually starts this count stuff before we even prompt them to at these points, so I'm kind of surprised. Ooh, Maximum Barnage takes a death in the Dark Maze. Anyways, Hula Ninja's the other.
Yeah, I was getting there. So
I figured you were, but I wanted to at least give you the answer.
I appreciate that.
Anyways, I haven't been keeping track over here on Kieb's side, and now Maximum Barnage will go ahead and drop down, and we'll go through the portal.
Making a liar out of me here with the with taking the death. Guess taking the chance over here, hoping that the Moon Pearl being there is going to Dead Rock.
Dead Rock, please. There we go. Nope.
There we go. All right, we've got some bunnies running around now.
Yep.
Where's our progression? Where is that pearl gonna be?
Maximum Barnage is able to survive at this point, but does need to get past the remaining 2 tacklers, the safeties of Death Mountain. Trying to see where they're going, and it's just 300 rupees over here.
All right. So, bunny walking is 100% required in this seed. Let's see if we've got Bottle Merchant with our Moon Pearl and/or progression.
So I think we definitely got to a little more than extra crispy. We threw a bunch of spices on this chicken, too.
We are clear into tempura territory.
So what else do we have available to us right now?
That is a great question. I know we can scout the item over on 45. We can't get to it. We can scout the item on Race Game. Honestly, right now, I'd be staring at my map tracker going, where's the green box? Because I'm not sure.
That's exactly what I'm doing, too. I think I'm getting yelled at when I get when the seed is done. You did say mushroom is in logic, right?
Well, I said I was wondering if mushrooms in logic. That's
dice bottle. You can't get it.
That's a hilarious bottle.
Mushroom is not according to chat, so
you can't lift anything to get to there. So what does that leave us left? Chat? Easter? Oh.
Well, KiebsGaming needs to be a little careful, otherwise we're going back to start. KiebsGaming's a little confused here on what needs to be done.
And chat giving us the answer that it's gonna end up being a Smith turnip.
Oh, gosh. Free him here in the Dark World and bring him all the way to the portal and bring him all the way back to town.
Yup. And it looks like Kiebs has figured out the puzzle.
Allison pointing out to chat, if you save and quit with the Smiths and inverted, they will despawn. So Kiebs needs to be careful with this one. That would be something you definitely want to put in the notes if that happens.
Yeah. We'll see if Kiebs knows that. Nope, he's gonna find out. He's gonna find out.
Yes. Sadness in 3, 2, 1. Insert the Price is Right failure horn here.
So Kieb's gonna go get his 300 rupees, then be confused.
And then try to do this again.
Yeah. Oh, that's a question. Spike Cave is only 4 hearts, but we do have a cave. Is it possible to get through?
That's a scary walk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Kiebs
Kiebs is about to make the same mistake that Maximum Barnage did.
Kiebs.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy. This is going to be a
And we have our second entry to Bunny Jail.
Oh, Ambrosia. Oh, boy. That's, We'll see if Barnage knows to grab the Smiths. This is... Obviously, you make the walk over to Bottle Vendor first, but... This is Ambrosia at its finest. So, let's see here. How bad could this be? It could be Fire Rod on Smiths to get you the item off of Moth to be able to then get Flippers to go into Ice. Oh.
That's disgusting.
Yes, it could be.
All right, let's see. Hold on a second. Hello? Cancel my 8. Okay, we're gonna be here for a while. I mean, if that is the chain, then we are definitely going to be here for a while.
Yep, and it looks like Barnage is going to go grab the Smiths.
Yep, Kiebs needs to take care of the final 2 defenders of Hyrule. Trying to juke the way, cuts it through, and sadness here with the 300 rupees. No!
No! Oh, we're gonna have it again. Oh.
Those are angry sword slashers.
Yep. Oh, goodness. Yep. That is true. This is Ambrosia for you, folks. And the race has tightened up very substantially.
For those of you in this tournament, and for those of you in the Challenge Cup, take good notes. Take extremely good notes. Right now, I have about 7 pieces of paper here on this desk.
Yeah, the virtual sticky note has a lot on it already.
And that's just from the last 2 minutes. All right. Both runners are making their way to the portal, but they need to make it securely through. And you know the worst thing about having Ganon killed?
Those red guards.
You get the aggressive guards.
So we're seeing different routes here. Kieb's taking the breezeway, and Barnage Barnage is getting stuck by the zone formation of those 3 guards. You know, those guards actually are dangerous when you don't have anything to smack them around with.
I'm more worried about Usain Bolt coming up here for maximum Barnage.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, keeps getting bopped around by the guard over here in the village. All right. Here comes Usain Bolt coming up in just a moment, but Barnage needs to escape through the blue guard, who can kill him in one shot, too. Maximum Barnage probably going, come on, game. Yay, there's our Moon Pearl.
Okay. That was painful, but...
Okay, this is the guard we're more worried about, Usain Bolt over here, the red guard.
Yep.
Blue Pendant over at the Palace of Darkness. And Barnage around one guard. Trying to elude. Oh, cornered!
Oh, that's... Oof. And the big key, the Thieves' Town.
And Barnage has to do all of that over again.
If I was Barnage, I'd be finding it something to get. I'd have grabbed that health pot just to make sure that I'm not on 3, at least on 4 to take a little more. Oh, and the big key to Turtle Rock. So it's just all the big keys just sitting here in CAC.
What I would do too is consider. I mean, Kiebs doesn't have a lot of health, so I guess not. But I would consider, if you did have some health, going to grab that red potion. Not because it's red potion. I mean, that's good enough as it is. But the fact that... Oh, gee, thanks, game. But for the fact that it's getting you the sick kid check.
Very true. We'll see if Kiebs goes north in a loop and finishes with that, or what the game plan is here. Lots of ways, lots of checks here that are normally your Sphere 0 in most modes, but inverted, you got to get into Light World, and now we got to...
All right. Barnage right now with 2.5 hearts. Kiebs had picked up 2 hearts. Oh, we're going to go ahead and pick up some health over here to make sure we're on 4 to get ourselves into the village.
We'll see if he tries to go the same way or if he takes the breeze way like Kiebs did.
Both ways are dangerous. And I think what made the way that Barnage went the first time around more dangerous was the fact that he was sitting at a half a heart.
Yeah.
Because if you weren't sitting at a half a heart, then you could maybe use the blue guard to give you some invincibility frames when you have to deal with the red guard.
And of course, Barnage is just going to take no damage this time because he's got full health.
That's the way it usually works.
Yep.
All right. Barnage is probably going to get a little extra salty when he finds out that the Moon Pearl's there, which the Great Link Force has already clicked the button. We've made it. We can play this game now.
I don't know if that's salt or relief, because goodness knows, if it was something else that would give you another horrible chain to get there, it's like, thank you. At least I now can go do all my easier checks.
Deep fried?
Yes.
If we're talking extra crispy chicken at this point in time with fries, it's extra salty.
All right, I'll crack out the soy sauce.
I mean, you could if you really want to. Oh yeah, sword on the lumberjack, because why not? Watch Boots be in GT.
Yeah, that would Boots in GT and the other 2 swords on the tablets.
Are you sure you didn't replace the soy sauce with Tabasco sauce?
No, I'm not. We got the salt and the spice here tonight.
I mean, what else would you be asking for on this commentary pair? You've got me who's just praying that I don't get this tomorrow in my Challenge Cup race, and you're probably just hoping that this seed is the worst that lazy, or not lazy, that Sahasra bot's going to give us this entire tournament. Fire Rod.
Ooh, Fire Rod's nice.
Guess what dungeon we can beat now?
Fake Flipper into Ice.
That too. And there's the map, which means everything else that's in this Hyrule Castle will be items.
Very true.
All right, so now that we can actually play this game, what would be the first thing on your mind?
First thing on my mind, we've got that Eastern Big Key, we've got a bow, we've got a fully clearable crystal dungeon.
You know what? That's not what I was thinking of. But it works.
What were you thinking of?
Well, we can fully beat Thieves Town.
That's true. We've got a big key, we've got a small key, we've got a hammer. That's another fully clearable crystal dungeon.
Just as a note for our tracker, now we can add the ice rod to the fire rod that Kiebs already has. And speaking of Hyrule Castle, here goes Maximum Barnage to check to see what we have at Uncle, as well as the inside of the castle. Fake flippering going on here for Kiebs. Trying to get it. Still trying to get it. Link Force, click the button. And of course, the dependable tracker here decided to nom its inputs. It was hungry. It heard us talking about the extra crispy, and it got hungry. So it nommed the inputs.
Yeah, believe me, I'm accustomed to things getting eaten when I'm around. It happens.
We're gonna have so much fun the next hour and a half, aren't we?
Oh goodness, hour and a half. Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping that these runners get it done, before 2, but we will see.
Well, I mean, we still have to count for the interview time.
This is true. This is very true.
I'm interested in seeing what we have here in this Hyrule Castle, since we know that there's going to be 4 remaining items here. Well, that's nothing.
To start.
I guess there was nothing that said it had to be exciting items.
Keeps playing a different type of archery game here, and Mini Moldorm's not cooperating.
They cheat. Oh boy!
Ooh, that is big. Canis Samaria in the boomerang chest, and keeps getting a weapon upgrade to second sword in Mini Moldorm.
Cade's making the long walk to Ice Rod Cave. Couple of hammer hits here. Well, once we set up a death warp. Hey, look, it's the big key to this dungeon. Oh, boy!
Doesn't unlock anything. Well, it does get us into the Mire area. Yeah, that does get us the Mire access. I was going to say, because you can mirror over there, but we don't have mirror yet. Oh, book! That is hard read. Well, That is hard required to get into the desert. The desert is a pendant, so... Oh boy.
All right, so we're getting some interesting items over here. Again, we don't know if we need that flute, but that cane of Samaria we're definitely going to need, with the Turtle Rock and Misery Mire being crystals.
Yeah, 100%. Wonder when Kiebs will get back to doing that, but looks like we got a fake flipper and a swim over, and this is going to be Saha Eastern.
Saha Eastern, as you mentioned, Eastern is a crystal. We have the big key for it. Might as well.
And looks like Kiebs is going to do Eastern before the closet.
Makes sense. This might be Kiebs' way of getting set up to go back to the castle, maybe.
That's a possibility. I mean, I don't know if it would be faster to just save and quit and take the portal, though. We have killed Aga.
You're right. Yes, you're right.
And to answer your question in chat, Allison, there is a reason why Kiebs does have a whole bunch of clown emotes on his Twitch.
I thought... Why is that? Does that mean he just likes clowns?
Kiebs is a big fan of more than occasionally doing what is frequently referred to as clown routing. But if it pays off, it is not a clown route, it is a sparkling routing decision.
Well, hopefully we can see some of those Hey, the Palace of Darkness big key. So, Eastern had the Palace of Darkness big key. Palace of Darkness had the Eastern big key.
Somebody got the label switched up as to which world they were supposed to go to. This is a UPS error, clearly.
I guess we're going to have to call their customer support at some point.
Ooh, and Barnage skipping out on Ice Rod Cave. Gonna be missing that book, and is probably not coming back there for quite some time.
He wants that bottle. Or... he wants that bottle. And he also wants to activate that flute.
This is very true. Really hard when the game pulls you in multiple different directions at once.
Oh boy. Survive the Igors. Kiebs is about ready to go face off against our first boss. Get our first crystal of the seed at 47 minutes.
And nice quick kill, and gets a blue mail for the trouble.
And you know what Kiebs is thinking at this moment?
Probably about tacos.
Okay, maybe that too. I was thinking more along the lines of, you couldn't have given me this like 20 minutes ago?
Yeah, it would have been really convenient. Kiebs. Oh, did Kiebs not? Did we miss Kiebs going to Saha's closet?
Kiebs did not go to Saha Closet.
Oh boy, that is a decision.
Maximum Barnage has activated the flute. And now we go to the section of the world that you can use the flute in, the dark world. And yes, to be fair, this has been a really taxing seed for both of these runners.
Keeps following A, B, C, D in two formats. Always be clearing crystal dungeons, and always be clowning to seed.
Where's the clown?
Not going to Sahai after Eastern.
I mean, Skull Woods is a green pendant, so maybe he's giving himself that out.
That's possible too. Oh, I'm gonna put that on the sticky note.
What's that?
Why no Sahai after Eastern or before Eastern? Was this really just waiting for the green pendant, or was this the seed getting the better? And wow, we are synced up screen for screen here for the moment.
Yes, one wearing a green hat, the other wearing the not the eggplant hat, the banana hat. Gabe's using the cape. First one into the next room here, the spike room, switch room, whatever you want to call it. Cube's currently with a narrow lead going upstairs. So close. It's like you'd think this race was actually tied at this point. Both runners getting bothered by the crickets. Keeps getting a heart container, and then Maximum Barnes getting that heart container. Looks like Maximum is out of the room first. Barnage downstairs, Keeps right behind.
Ooh, stair lag cancel, getting through on the one cycle, getting us right back in sync again.
Keeps right back to the lead. Which one's gonna kill Blind first?
I don't know, but either way, you won't see it coming. Yeah, you want to be mad, I understand.
Barnage back to the lead. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Okay, we're counting our items. We're counting our items.
Yes.
That's why we're not doing the big chest.
We have the Zha part of the Ambrosia coming in here with knowing that there's an item on the big chest.
All right, Blind. Both runners finished for the first cycle around the same time. Barnard setting things up over here. Pretty solid fight for both of these runners. Got it right about the same spot. Right to the pixel. Barnard's having a little bit of issues. Keeps with a better blind, but both of them through mirror!
That's huge.
That negates the flute for Barnage. But Keeb still needs to get that cane.
Very true.
Chat asking why Blind needs the mirror. Vanity.
I don't know. I'll have to reflect on it.
It's not a mirror shield.
Ah.
All right, purple chest here for maximum Barnage. Gonna use our newly found mirror to get this to our our chest opener down the road. Myra requires bombos. Keeps is gonna have to walk the chest over. Which Barnage, obviously, with the flute, able to do this a little bit faster. Goes into the portal. flippers. Oh, goodness.
Oh boy. So swamp is a pendant. So not technically required, but the book's required to get that logically. Oh boy, shovel. Who wants a fetch quest? We're handing them out like candy.
What kind of candy are we talking about?
Deep fried Oreos.
I didn't realize it was fair time.
It's because the runners are getting funnel caked into needing that.
I don't know if I really want to acknowledge that one. I just don't know if I really want to acknowledge that one. I'll just have to go grab some cotton candy. Do you know where we can find some cotton candy?
I am not certain where we would find some in this game.
I think I know where we can find some. In a nice frozen place. I mean, this isn't McBoss, so you're not going to be able to find it in a hot place.
This is true. This is very true.
All right, so we do know for those flippers, Maximum Barnage does need to get over to Ice Rod Cave. But Maximum Barnage is about to get that Ice Rod. And keeps finding out about the flippers. I think Cubes was thinking about going and checking Myers' shed, but it's going to go pop into Desert first. There's the Ice Rod for Barnage. It's hard to point out who really has an advantage at this point, because both runners have something the other really wants at this point.
Yeah. Going to be interesting to see where the paths converge, because it's really is a one-off check for Barnage, and we'll see if the flippers are even necessary for the seed. If there's nothing in Swamp, this just might be extra time spent for Kiebs doing things that aren't 100% necessary.
You've got to think that both runners are sitting there with a little bit of tilt after what wound up happening with regards to the whole trying to find your light world access. Like, it was really filled with a lot of unfortunate happenings for both of these runners.
The thing is, the other does not know that they've each done it. If they both realize how my opponent probably goofed this too, yeah. But both of these runners probably feeling a little behind.
Yeah, exactly. Because this is the nature of a randomizer race. It is a blind race. You do not know where your opponent is at any times until the dot done happens. And really, you could be thinking a lot of things throughout the seed. You're thinking, oh my gosh, I am so far behind because there's a lot of things that my opponent must have gotten that I'm late to because I've been messing up, getting stuck in jail over at the Turtle Rock entrance without the Moon Pearl, or perhaps the whole trying to get the Breadsmith back for the Moon Pearl incident here. By the way, Kiebs is heading back over here to the castle, so Flute and Canis Samaria incoming for Kiebs.
Yeah, that's going to be big. Would not be surprised to see Kiebs take that Canis Samaria with that Ice Rod and Fire Rod and go straight up towards Turtle Rock.
And you're right, because we do have the big key. So that dungeon is completable at this point. And at that point, you don't really care about that quake that you needed to get inside because you can get in once you're done.
That is a good point, Penny Royal. It depends on the key layout inside if we can actually complete, if there are any small keys accessible. But be very difficult to have it stuck behind it.
5 chests, it's not impossible, but odds are very likely you're going to at least find 1 key. Because 5, let me see, there's 6. I mean, you've got to have an absolutely unfortunate scenario there, but yeah, you can get all the way. Yeah, this dungeon's beatable. This dungeon will be beatable.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have to take the longest way around to get to it, but Kiebs will be able to beat the Turtle Rock no matter what. But more than likely, you're going to get a key in the first 5.
Kiebs smacking a guard with another guard. A little bit of memeing here. And gets that flute. Mirroring. Gonna check Dark.
It's always nice when you can smack the guard into another one. Oh, maximum barnage. Don't be a second one to skip out on Saha's closet.
Well, bow, hammer, pod, big. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, going to get the closet and then head back to pod.
All right, what do we got in the back 3 of Sahasrahla? This is something Kiebs skipped out on, so let's see. Nothing.
Never punished.
I think you can throw away that memo now.
And there goes Barnage back into pod. Another cool, completable crystal dungeon. In fact, this is a 5/6er.
Turtle Rock is also a 5/6, by the way.
All right, so we saying Bombos at Pyramid Fairy?
Maybe. Maybe. Okay, Bombos and Meyer big. How about we just put both of them there?
Yeah, I can see that working out.
Gabe's about ready to activate the flu maximum barnage, heading over to the Homicide King. You know, for a seed that just took forever for us to get going here, what was it, like 42-ish minutes before we had Dark or Light World access with that Moon Pearl?
Yeah, it was something like that.
The last 20 minutes have just been blistering speed.
Yeah, real fast considering we don't have boots yet.
All right, Kiebs, looks like we're fluting away. Are we going to 1? No, we're not. We're fluting to 5. We're going to finish off the Palace of Darkness just like Kiebs did. Also checks the Hospital Closet. Okay. Barnage swinging a little bit on the arrows, trying to get the final hit in. There we go. Down goes the Homicide King for some bombs.
But more importantly, Crystal.
I guess that's nice. So did both of these runners decide that they just want nothing to do with that big key chest, or rather the big chest?
I think they were counting items. Again, with that in
Right, the ambrosia aspect.
Techno Barf, how has the seed been treating us so far tonight? The first 35 minutes were an absolute, the first 10 minutes were great, giving us both mitts and hammer, but we had to defeat Aghanim to be able to then grab the smith and walk it all the way around for Moon Pearl, and then it's just been a run. So it's been a sprint, a slog, and now another sprint.
Oh, that's unfortunate. The fourth piece of heart to complete a heart container while you're in Waterfall Ferry. At least you know that one's not going to complete a heart container. By the way, shout outs to our trekker, the awesome Link Force. She let us know that apparently they do have both the map and compass to pod.
Well, we'll see if that being progression is important then, or if Kiebs goes back in, or if both runners just say it's not important. I'm not coming back for it until I absolutely have to.
Kiebs taking a tail to the face, now trying to get those slashes in. Getting a few solid hits in, and Helmissar is down for Kiebs. Barnage, single arrow. Yay.
The ripoff of ripoffs.
500 rupees for this stick. All right, Maximum Barnage heading up here to the mountain again. This is probably all of our Light World checks coming up here with Paradox Cave, as well as Spiral Cave, Tower of Hera, perhaps. And Kiebs is coming back in for the big chest.
I don't remember. Has Barnage done Back of Escape to get that fire rod yet?
No.
Ooh. That means there's going to be another mountain trip up here to be able to finish off Turtle Rock at one point.
Kiebs trying to set up the bomb jump, has the positioning, and has the Fisher Price shield. All right, Kiebs heading up to the mountain. Now, Kiebs has a lot more that they can do up here on the mountain. Maximum Barnage getting locked out. Thanks to a dead rock from Mimic Cave. So just going to go ahead and go down Spiral Cave first and then go up Paradox and try again. Oh, Spike Cave. Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those. It's here, it's in logic, I feel behind, we're doing this first.
And we get a small refund of our arrows. But yeah, Kiebs is going to be able to finish up with Turtle Rock. And that will be crystal number 4 for Kiebs. Both runners, while they're up here, will be able to... Well, they can't finish Tower of Hero. We don't have the big key for that yet. Nor do we have a hook shot to make Hera Pop possible.
It could just be, you know, vanilla big key.
That is a very awful place to have a vanilla big key. Really awful. But it's very well possible. Because this game does not care what these two runners think. We saw that in the first 45 minutes. If this game had any consideration for the runner's feelings, it would have easily have made things nicer over the course of the past 20-ish minutes. Here we go. The dive through the laser bridge, which is 100% in logic. Are we going to get a key? So far, the answer is no. There we go. I'm really not certain what we're trying to accomplish here. Maybe trying to get over a spiral cave. I don't know.
I think Barnage forgot that he has the cane.
Well, that's quite unfortunate if he's forgotten that he's got the cane of Samaria. This is not an easy bomb jump, as Barnage is showing us. We do get it, though, for a small key. Maximum Barnage does have the cane of Samaria, was the first one to grab it, but this seed has done a taxing number to both of these runners. And now we are going to bomb on over to the other side so we can check the big key chest and also the chain shops. While Kiebs is going up against...
Yeah, we got a hammer Trinex.
This is something that you've got to get a lot of practice in here because of some of these modes that we have here in this tournament. You haven't lived until you have to deal with an early Trinex in the McBoss.
Yeah, that could be rough. You also have Master Sword Ice Trinex is also on the list of things that I never want to have to do again.
I mean, Trinex at Lammo 2 and Cold Stare at Moldorm 2 is not something I want to have to experience at McBoss anytime soon after that qualifier. All right, Chain Chomp's coming up here for Barnage while Kiebs has picked up the crystal to Turtle Rock. And it's a health refill for Barnage. Kiebs is going to the Light World. Okay.
This might be a Hera play. Or it might just be going to the big chest easement.
Mimic cave into the big chest.
It seems Barnage has remembered he has cane.
I'm not convinced.
Well, it's up on his screen and he's going back.
I'm not convinced. That item up there in the top left, I'm not convinced.
How about when he lays the block down?
Maybe then I might be convinced. Nope, still not convinced. Bardish has got to definitely be feeling not great after that happening, though. You can't be feeling good when you've wound up spending what was probably about 40 seconds trying to get that bomb jump to find out that you had the item that prevented you that prevented the need to do the bomb jump anyway.
Yeah, and Kiebs has got all the keys and is got the fire rod. So we're gonna see if there's anything important locked over on Fireside. I put it at a 60-40 that he remembers to go the correct direction on the conveyor belt first try without having a hook shot here.
60 that he does remember, or 60 that he doesn't remember?
Yeah, 60 that he does. He remembers more often than not, but it's often enough that he's only getting 60. He's not getting more. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's already mirrored out and is headed to Paradox Cave.
Well, maybe he's going the way back upstairs after he takes care of Paradox. I mean, it sounds like we're kind of poking fun at these runners, but these runners have been through way too much in this seed. Their minds are probably absolute jelly at this point.
Yeah, this seed has not been kind to our runners.
So far, we have not seen a single item of progression on this mountain. Maximum Barnage, the 128th person into this tournament. KiebsGaming, the number 20 seed, first quartile versus the fourth quartile, the first match of Group V. Zen Arcane, Hula Ninja, the other two inside of this group. Zen Arcane, the number 2. Hula Ninja, the number 3 quartile. And if you will just give me a moment, I'll have you take over for this lovely little walk out of Spiral Cave for KiebsGaming.
Absolutely. So, looks like Kiebs is going to be heading up. Either maybe doing Hera and taking a look, or if he'll actually do the front that we have not seen yet.
Has he checked either yet?
No, it's not checked Ether tablet yet. Yep, going over to the other side. Probably going to be what he checks here, as well as the front two in Hera. We know that the other two items on the right side will be... There is at least an item there, because Map and Compass were on Laser Bridge. So, meanwhile, Barnage saying, I'm done with the mountain.
Yeah, he got absolutely nothing up there. Oh boy!
Oh my, it's a hook shot. Oh boy. Oh,
this race huge. Now is major KiebsGaming side.
Wow.
All because Maximum Barnage didn't check Ice Rod Cave to get that book.
Wow. Who needs a Hera Big Key? We have a hook shot.
Yes, and we also have access to 4 more checks up here on this mountain. And Maximum Barnage is now going to be absolutely sick when he gets into the back of Escape. He's going to be sick. I mean, he still would not have had that hook shot, but he would have been able to finish off against Turtle Rock. For those of you who joined in late, the Fire Rod is amongst the four remaining checks inside of Hyrule Castle for maximum Barnage. For maximum Barnage, there's only 2 remaining items because one of them is the key, one of them is the map.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big feels bad moment here, unfortunately, for Barnage, because that Fire Rod right there is yeah.
And Kiebs has finished off against Moldorm here in Hera. Yay, another shield.
That one's at least slightly nicer. It does block fireballs.
Yay, another shield. And there's the map for maximum Barnage.
I mean, it becomes a bigger plate for you to eat your fried foods off of.
What are you serving up, those mac and cheese bites?
Oh, now you're making me hungry.
I mean, you're the one who was talking about those fair foods. Now you make me long the fair, and I still got 3 more months until the fairs start happening around here.
That is fair.
Hookshot Cave for KiebsGaming. A big key to Ice Palace, so logical ability to bait that dungeon. Logical ability. We don't, of course, need it, although there could be something in that big chest at this point. Big key-wise, we are still just really looking for the Mire Big. All right, front of the Turtle Rock for KiebsGaming, and Maximum Barnage gets the key inside the first chest in Ice Palace. It's Bombos that we need for Mire, correct?
Yes, Bombos is what we need for Misery Mire.
So that is also on our Go Mode Index. All right. These are 2 checks that Barnage did not have the Fire Rod for. Keeps already with a major advantage because of that hook shot. And it's a big key. Tower of Hera. Oh my gosh, really? Oh my goodness.
That's pretty funny. I wasn't counting items in Hera. I don't know if that's an item or not. I was not paying that close attention.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention either, and that's my fault, but at this point, this is Ambrosia. It's already rattled our runners' minds. Why not have it melt our minds too? Now we can reflect Dagga's energy balls. What style?
Fun way. Yeah, the fun way. Very useful in swordless.
Can be logically required in swordless.
Oh boy. I have never had a swordless seed that's had that for me.
Swamp pick. Oh, come on, game.
Eeny, meeny, miny, big key. Let's get one that we actually want.
I'm sorry, we're going to get the Desert Palace big key and the Skullwoods big keys next, because why not?
Okay.
By the way, for those trying to keep check, there's the Mire Big. For those of you trying to keep track of the key situation regarding whether or not this dungeon is hookshot locked, there was one small key here on the right side.
As well as the big key, locked by hookshot.
Which is going to be a very important check coming up here for Kiebs in about 20-ish seconds. I think he'll do iced tea first, but maybe more like 40 seconds in that case. I'm not ready to call GG's on this race just yet, but this is Kiebs' race at this point, unless something happens.
Yeah, I would agree with that so far. But rando be rando. It's not over until the pig is dead.
So obviously being cold stare is going to be locked behind the hook shot. So whatever we get here is not in logic to Barnage at all. Well, put those 20 rupees back. It's not in logic.
Wait, those 20 rupees were counterfeit.
Dang it. Oh, boy.
And keep counting items, knowing that the Invrosia portion of this has the item on the big key, has nothing important in big chest.
All right, well, that's true. So here comes more sadness for Barnage. Oh, that was well timed. Just got out of the water just in time.
Yeah. All the fake flippering. It's like you forget he doesn't have flippers. We've known where they are for that long.
Yeah, and he's about to get the piece that puts everything together right now. And we've mentioned this being the sadness factor here for Barnage. There's one of the biggest pieces of the sadness right there. The lack of that book. Prevented him from getting to the flippers, and he doesn't know it at this point, but the hook shot.
All right. So at this point, it looks like it's time to start. Pendant dipping. We've got a mirror. We've got a hook shot. We've got some flippers. I would not be surprised to see if this is Swamp Palace time.
I mean, it could be. But first, we're going to go ahead and check the hobo.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we both said it in about the same synchronicity that these two runners are on. All right, now, sword upgrade.
Not required, always appreciated.
Yeah, after this, what this seat has done to these two runners, they're going to appreciate that they don't have to deal with the Castle Tower, or not Castle Tower, but Ganon's Tower. Oh, by the way, especially considering the fact that we still haven't seen those boots to get that other sword upgrade.
Yeah, at this point on Tempered, I don't think we will. If we ended up having Master Sword and found those boots, Tempered's a big difference. But with the skill level of these runners, I don't think we're going back to Lumberjack and Cold Sword.
I agree. Look where Barnage is.
Yeah, gonna go kill off Trinex and probably get that hook.
I think if Kiebs continues to follow the breadcrumbs, then maybe this is not... I mean, this is Kiebs' race to lose at that stage, but Maximum Barnage can still make a comeback. But still down by Hera, and if there's something in that Hera big chest, and Barnage does this getting the Hera big key first, and then going into Hera, And, like, for instance, the Bombos isn't that big chest. Different story, but then again, how many instances have you and I not counted items?
Many.
Yeah. We might be starting to get to double digits by now.
Gabe's making good use of that hook shot, getting away from the red guards.
Also helps out with faster movement.
Very true. Hey, there's that big bomb that's been in Logic for quite some time.
Oh, maybe for the, like, last 10 minutes. But there's just so much to do on the mountain. And it's just incredible that there's only one piece of progression on that mountain with the hook shot. I mean, Hera Big Key's technically progression, but that one is still a we'll see. All right, Pyramid Ferry for Kiebs. Bombos on the Pyramid Ferry. That is go mode for Kiebs.
Yeah. Well, guess we're not seeing Swamp after all.
And if you are inquiring, hey, what about that Ganon's Tower Big Key? Don't we need that? Well, in Ambrosia, at least for the tournament version here of Ambrosia, it is guaranteed to be in Ganon's Tower. In fact, all 5 tournament modes this year, the GT Big Key will be in GT. Now, our friends here watching here on SpeedGaming 2 commenting about the potential of one check out of 22. I wouldn't put it past this game to put it there, though.
That's just mean. Of course, we haven't seen Boots. Boots could be in GT.
Moon Pearl on Brett Smith. I think the HSS Rude has already sailed. All right, Maximum Barnage getting ready to go into the Tower of Hera. By the way, shoutouts to both of these runners, Maximum Barnage, KiebsGaming. Also, shoutouts to the rest of the crew over here. As we've mentioned before, Link Force clicking the buttons. And I know KiebsGaming is playing with vanilla, but if we could switch things over to KiebsGaming right now, so that way we can listen as we get ready to have the Ganon's Tower in just a few. Thank you very much. There's the hook shot for Maximum Barnage.
Yes, vanilla music. One of the only drawbacks about the SNES Classic is it is not MSU compatible without very much modifications. And Barnage not doing the Harapot. Gonna give us the vanilla walk up. Meanwhile, Kieb's making good use of that cape to mow through some eyeballs.
And there is crystal number 7 for KiebsGaming. Alrighty, friends. We are heading to Ganon's Tower. A lot of splendid things out there. Maybe we might find some boots. Maybe we might find silver arrows. We know we're not going to find the fourth sword because that is currently sitting in the lumberjack, which we don't have access to. But there is a big key we're going to be looking for, so pick a number between 1 and 22. Tell us where you believe the big key is going to be.
I'm going to go with top left in Stalfos room in honor of Kiebs.
Top left of Sappho's room. Is there a story behind that?
Oh, that's just always Kiebs' selection when we play this game. So because I am calming him, I will say it will be his spot, which is top left of Stalfos.
All right, well, let's see. Small key on the torch. So technically, you would need to have the boots in order to beat this dungeon, but that is if you are most unwise with your keys, as Maximum Barnage takes a Moldorm fall. There's the boots! Of course! Wasn't boots in one of the qualifiers in that room?
Not in any of mine.
Barnage finishing off of the Moldorm fight. Gets the shield. And Barnage still needs to get to the Pyramid Ferry, get the bombos. As we find the Ether Medallion, which does nothing for us. I mean, if you really, really wanted to, you could use that on the gauntlet, but it does take time to use that. There's magic powder for a safety.
Ganon's Tower holding lots of the unrequired goodies.
And as a reminder, the way that this is working, this tournament, it is a group stage. Each player will play each other 2 times. There are 4 members of this group for 6 total matches. The top 2 teams, or the top 2 runners, rather, they move on to the next round of this tournament. The round is 64, the bracket single elimination best of 3. So you start off 0-1. You are definitely not out of this by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, we've seen runners get into the bracket phase. There's our big key. Runners get into the bracket phase with the 3-3 records.
Convenient 5-arrow drop, as Kiebs was light on arrows, had just enough to be able to finish it, but having the extras is always nice. And that slab was so nice, Barnage read it twice.
Well, you want to make sure that you read what you thought you read.
Yeah, you ever read a page and then you go and you're on the next page and you've completely forgotten what you've read on the previous page and have to go back and reread it? It's exactly what just happened.
Yeah, see me, senior year of college. numerous times. Here comes the flipper pickup for Barnage. And you know you've got to be thinking that you're late to the party if you're Barnage. More because of just the way that things had been operating with regards to where the hookshot turned out to be, where the book was, the fire rod. Like, you do that with one item, you might feel okay. 3 items, different story.
Yeah, especially when everything is just chained behind, and if you know, it's an early skip, and it hurts. It feels bad to have that happen.
But Barnage is making the right play over here, going to do Pyramid Ferry. I think he was probably grabbing the flippers just in case, as perhaps his next play after doing Pyramid Ferry, which obviously Barnage doesn't know it at this point, but about to get the bombos for go mode. KiebsGaming not checking any of those 2 checks in case there were silvers up here. Using the powder.
Yeah, very confident in his silverless fight. Just trying to get there as fast as possible, no fluffing.
And I mean, there are certain things that Kiebs probably feels that he was late to. I mean, both of these runners had the issues with the Dark World access, getting to that last component, or rather Light World access, and getting to that last component with regards to the breadsmiths. So you've got to think that Kiebs might be thinking he's just got to go at this point, move, and not add any extra checks to his list. And chat pointing it out, you know, both of these runners definitely felt bad through the bunny shenanigans, getting locked inside of the pegs at the top of Turtle Rock as Super Bunny. And then, of course, the whole guard incidents for both of these runners, the saving quits and losing the breadsmiths as well. It's just, both runners don't probably know that those were times that they bled in the seed, but Barnage more so because of the last 3 items that we've been talking about: the hook shot, the fire rod, and the book. Kiebs done with the Agate 2, and we escape Castle Tower, or rather Ganon's Tower, and see Ganon crash outside. Who has to pay for that hole in the wall, or the hole in the ceiling?
That's a great question. Keeps missing the spin there. Not gonna get the 101.
If I'm Kiebs, I would consider maybe using a little bit of the cape, but Ganon's in a pretty good spot that you are going to get the 12 hits needed to get to stage 4, or the 6 spins, rather.
Yes.
Switches over to the lamp to make sure that he's got... I mean, you definitely have enough magic if you wind up missing this, but again, you don't know where your opponent is. Kiebs doesn't realize that he has an advantage at this point over Barnage.
Yeah.
As we find out that the Light World is home of your silver arrows this time around.
Light World, where could those arrows have been? We've done most of the checks.
I'm trying to think at this stage.
Maybe they were in King's team.
That's a possibility. I have another one for you. Magic Bat.
Yes, very well could have been Magic Bat.
Because remember, we just got that powder here in GT.
Yeah, Boots and Powder both in GT. Very unlikely anyone's getting the silvers.
12th hit there to Ganon. KiebsGaming has completed this, and we'll start off the group stage at 1-0. Get your GGs in chat as he gets ready to cross this bridge and complete the seed. There you go. KiebsGaming finishing with a official racetime.gg time of 1:44 even. And shoutouts to Maximum Barnage. He will finish out this seed. So what did you like about this race?
Oh goodness, the initial entertainment of the Ambrosia, where it looked like it was going to be so nice to you. You know, you get mitts, you get hammer, it all looks great. And then the utter twist. Oh, and Barnage going right.
I mean, it's okay. We kind of... It is what it is at this point.
Yes, indeed. And we are joined here in the booth by our victor today, KiebsGaming. GG Kiebs.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
So your teammate, Deep Fried, has about 12 pages worth of notes that he's going to talk to you about.
Only 12?
Only 12.
They're an 8-point font.
Ah, I see, yes.
So, first off, what was up with not grabbing the magic out of Super Bunny Cave there with Kate?
Good question. As soon as I got that, I said, oh, this is Aga. Didn't really think I needed magic, so I don't know. No harm, no foul. I still had magic, though I did learn something new in Inverted, as I think everyone got to witness live. I did not know that you could take the Smith as a bunny, and I also did not know that you can't save and quit.
Not only did we get to witness that once, we got to witness that twice.
Yeah, both you and Barnage not only found out that you can't save and quit with the Brad Smith, but we also found out why you can't use the Turtle Rock portal when you're a Super Bunny. You both got locked into
Did we both do that? Oh no!
You both got locked into Bunny jail.
I felt so bad. I was like, I hit the portal. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I forgot Floating Island. Hopefully this isn't Moon Pearl, or else my Aga play feels really, really bad. And then I was like, oh no.
So I don't know how much of this race conversation that you've been listening to after you finished in real time because of the 10-minute delay, but this seed came down to 3 major things for you: the fire rod in the back of Escape, the book over at the Ice Rod Cave, and the hook shop up there on the mountain behind the book. And Maximum Barnage was late to all 3.
I see. Yeah, those were some pretty bad inverted locations, especially Ice Rod Cave, because do you really want to go there without the boots? You had to walk in the seed, unfortunately.
Yep, and to find out that there was no easy way around it, the hook shot that would have made it slightly faster, locked behind that book. The boots, they're in GT.
Yeah, it felt a little better getting the boots in GT, because I was very nervous that this was going to be, I could already lost. I don't look at the race room. It felt like that kind of seed. I felt like I was all over the place. And if boots were available somewhere and I just missed them, that would have felt really bad, I think, overall.
So the seed started off like it wanted to be nice to both of you two, but then it decided it was going to show its teeth and force you into a bunny walk situation to get your moon pearl.
Yeah, Inverted likes to do that. The last, I think the last Ambrosia seed I played, it was Moon Pearl in Meyer Big Chest.
Oh gosh.
So be sure to know how to roll them.
We might have an issue coming up here.
Yeah, Barnage is out of arrows.
So there's the big key. And we're not getting bailed out with any arrows. Alright. Incoming mimic clips. That's what it looks like we're going to be doing. So you start off your first match here of this group stage at 1-0. And what are your thoughts overall about your group as a whole, and what are your thoughts about going into your second match?
Yeah, I think this group seems pretty even. I think across the board, I feel like anybody can win any of the matches. Which is kind of scary, right? Like, I did not know. I'd never played against Barnage before, but I did check out some of the qualifier videos just for some intel, and I was like, I think it's anybody's game. So I feel that way about most of the group there as well.
Nice mimic clip right there for Maximum Barnage. Now time for the harder of the two mimic clips because of the BMO statues, but now has into a position where those BMO statues are not going to touch Link. Trying to get those mimics into the wall so they move off to the screen. They're sliding out just a little bit, so Maximum Barn is trying to get things settled back in here. Accidentally hits the map button. And now it's going to be going to select buffering.
So I know I'm not the commentator here, but I don't think Barnage knows that there's 5 arrows in that right pot.
I don't know if it's that or just simply at this point, screw it, I'm already doing it like this. And beautifully done there for Maximum Barnage. Chat talking about how they might despawn, and that is a possibility, but at least you would take the chance of whether or not they would despawn first if you were committed on grabbing those arrows. But anyways, at least you're able to get the Ambrosia out of your system. Now there's one less card in your deck. Slightly smaller chance when you go up to your next match. Do you have your second race scheduled against anybody yet?
Yeah, we're gonna play Zen Arcane. Oh no, I think I play Jewel and Ninja first on next weekend, and then Zen Arcane the following week during the week, and I've yet to schedule the second game with Barnage.
Very nice. Now, which of the 4 remaining modes would you like to see for your next match?
I enjoy modes that are kind of full clear modes, so I'm a fan of Fad Keys.
Alright, so KiebsGaming wants Fad Keys, which in that case, we're just going to go ahead and talk to Sahasrabot and lower the odds of you getting that by about 75%.
Great, thanks, Rick. Yeah, I knew going into this race that it was going to be Ambrosia simply because I did not want it to be my first race.
Isn't that the way it always works?
Yep, that's exactly the way that works.
and I have to tell chat here, so Rick came into the race room and tried to bait us with Fighter Sword Moth. And joke's on you, Rick, I didn't kill Mothula at all.
neither of you did. Don't worry, that just means we're going to get Mick Boss on your on one of your seats. We're going to have to kill them twice. Just because.
Fair enough.
Any overall thoughts from you on the seed, other than the what we've brought up so far?
Nice Quake location, by the way.
Other than the inverted mishaps, I'm not too upset with the routing. I think there were a couple places where I forgot to just like save and quit to spawn after I got the mirror back at the castle. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Oh, we're gonna go full memes at this point and do a Moldorm bounce. That Moldorm bounce probably is not going to work unless Moldorm comes over here real soon, is it?
It's charging. This is gonna be close. So, and Keeps, what was the thought process behind skipping Saha?
Keck W. This is why I go to Saha first, is because I said, well, routing wise, I should do it after Eastern. And yeah, just glad nothing was there.
I mean, normally that's the way it works, but in this case, it was a nice little save and quit, and you're just lucky the fact that there was nothing there at Sahashula's closet.
Yeah, because about 20 minutes from now, I would be staring at my tracker going, what did I miss?
I mean, you already were doing that at about the 40-minute mark.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean, we saw that from both of you going at with that little bit of an extended pause going, what is it you expect to be, game?
Don't feel bad. We were trying to figure it out here in the booth, too. So we had to have chat help us out.
Yes, chat was helpful. Thank you very much. Moldorm bounce has been accomplished by Maximum Barnage.
Hey, for the memes.
Totally worth it for restream.
I mean, we've seen 2 Mimic clips. At this point, Maximum Barnage already knows that he has lost this race. He gave out the GGs in chat right after KiebsGaming finished up the race. So Maximum Barnage just knows it's just get this seed finished over and might as well have a little bit of fun with it, because for much of that past hour and 45-ish minutes there for Maximum Barnage, it was, well, fun was not the word to describe it. I think the first 2 letters of that was being uttered by Barnage, but not fun. All right, Ganon coming up here for Maximum Barnage. By the way, stick around. We got some more races coming up here this evening here in this tournament. Also, while we're at it, shoutouts to the No Kid Hungry Marathon that's going on over on SpeedGaming with many various games, including Mega Mans and Super Marios and Sonics and things like that. But coming up here at 8:10, we're going to have Days Cloud versus AK Drizzit over on SpeedGaming 4. Later on, Hitman versus Koi will be over on ALTTP randomizers. So Dave Friday get to go ahead and spy on your 2 teammates, or not your 2 teammates, but your 2 group mates over there.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one to watch for sure.
Get to see if Koi can dig himself out of that 0-3 hole that he currently is in. TJ Melstrom versus F. Coughlin coming up at 10:10. That will be over on SpeedGaming 3. And also coming up here on SpeedGaming 2 at 10 p.m. Eastern will be Game 2 of the Z1R semifinals as well.
Yeah, lots of Zelda going on, lots of randomizers all over the place. If you're a rando fan, this is prime season here for you.
Yeah, a whole lot of group races going on for these 3 weeks. Also, shout outs to the Super Metroid Randall League. They're on their week off this week as they get ready for their next stage of their tournament there, the bracket phase. But in the meanwhile, Maximum Barnage has finished off the Ganon fight. Get your GGs in chat. And across the finish line, Maximum Barnage comes in at 158.58.
GG's to Barnage. The seed cannot hurt you any longer.
So the silver arrows were in the light world. Gee, I wonder where.
Most likely behind something in GT.
Perhaps. Let's get Barnage in here to talk about that. And we'll go ahead and say GG's to Maximum Barnage. And so, who needs arrows, right?
Oh, hey, sorry.
There we go. Who needs arrows?
Not me. They're very optional. So.
And likewise, who needs a hook shot for GT2?
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It's.
Obviously, at that point, you already knew what the result of the race was, and decided to just have a little bit of training / fun / whatever.
I think, yeah, I mean, I kind of already knew the result at that point, but I think I may have done it anyway, even if I didn't. I was just in that kind of state, I guess.
I see.
I mean, the team name bottles on empty may have had something to do with it.
I mean, that's a possibility too. So
never do a mode that you don't know while you're not sober.
So obviously, there's a little bit of greenness between both of you in regards to Ambrosia and certain things in regarding the can't save the breadsmiths in the dark world and the don't go to the Turtle Rock portal without the Moon Pearl because it won't end well.
Yeah, I was doing a little learning. I mean, to be honest, my qualifier Ambrosia was maybe my second or third Ambrosia I've ever done.
Yeah, so, that's understandable. And so, just to make you feel better, that was both of you did that, so...
Yeah, I mean, shout-outs to Dunka Tracker, because, I probably would have forfeited if,
you would have been sitting there going, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah, I mean, the whole Smith turn-in thing was not even really on my radar of things that were possible in this mode as a bunny. So, yeah, no, we were talking about, just general hard fighting stuff that can happen in this type of mode, which, I felt like I prepared for pretty well. But I wasn't executing very well at all at any point during the seed, so that might not have gone well either. So. But
then Ambrosia just decided it was going to give you the how do you do.
Yeah, puzzle seed was not going to go well for me at all. So I had fun though. We made it. We made it to the end. Sub 2.
Yes, you did.
So. Yeah, big GGs for finishing that out. That was just kind of a dumb seed, right?
Yeah, congrats on the win, dude.
Thanks.
I mean, the first 45 minutes was like, what in the world does this seed want our runners to do? And then all of a sudden, just the seed just became uncorked and everything opened up.
The thing that I think I took a little bit for granted was I've done so many opens and standards in my life, right? And so you're kind of preparing for the main tournament, okay, well, it's mainly just execution stuff. I can kind of turn my routing brain off a little bit, and then Ambrosia just completely puts a kink in those gears, and you just can't Um, I ran into that so many times this seed where I was like just trying to think about where to go next, and like did stupid things like going away from pod instead of mirroring there. Like just that happened so many different times.
I mean, that is what it is, but that's not necessarily what cost you this race at all. And I'm sure you know exactly what cost you this race.
Oh no, I can do. I mean, I could name 10 things that cost me this race. I mean, like I knew I was cooked basically at Usain Bolt, but.
Oh yeah, that was very unfortunate. The fact that you got caught by Usain Bolt. You both were doing that at the same time. However, Kiebs decided to go the north route, and then after you took that death, you decided to take the north route yourself. It was just what really was unfortunate about your setup was the fact that you got bopped down to a half of a heart, so even you couldn't take blue invincibility frames to help you out there.
Well, on that too, I knew I could stop by Link's house to get some hearts, but I was like, the dude disappeared when I saved and quit with him to Link's house. So I'm like, is he gonna disappear if I walk in again? Like, is that how that's like? I had no idea what was going to happen, and I was like, well, I don't want to lose him. And then like, I mean, like you could probably see the hesitance in me walking, like just the palpable dread I had of Usain Bolt. But I'm like, I don't know where to go.
Yeah, you just unfortunately got caught in the trap right there and just had nowhere else to go. And at that point, there's just nothing but trouble for you on that second attempt after getting the disappearance of the breadsmith when you tried to do the save and quit.
Man, if I'd been able to juke him, that would have been quite a moment. But
yeah, that would have been.
I don't even know if it's possible.
I mean, you say if you do decide to watch this back, there's no obligation, of course, but you'll hear that we did have a very big expressive concern about Usain Bolt.
Oh, yes, okay.
And if you do decide to watch it back, I am not sorry for the level of puns that you are going to encounter.
You're totally fine, dude. That's what comms are for. So.
Do us a favor though, Maximum Barnage. Eat before you watch.
Okay.
Eat before you watch.
All right.
I mean, all you need to do is just take a look at Deep Fried's name, and then you'll understand why.
Okay. All right. I will do that. Thanks, Rick.
Anyways,
GG's Kiebs. I'm gonna head out. Thanks, crew and everything, for getting this restreamed. Much love to y'all, and
for certain.
Hopefully I'll get a win or two in this group stage. I think I might be able to pull one out. So.
I mean, anything is possible if the cards work out right. Any player in this field of 128 is beatable. I mean, we've already seen races that have gone to the, well, you'd consider the underdog, and it's a thing that winds up happening every year in this tournament. So who knows what will happen in your second match, but at least Ambrosia has a smaller chance of popping up.
Yeah, yes, thank God.
I would it for both of our runners. Maximum Barnage keeps gaming. GG's to both of you. All right, Deep Fried, I think it's time for us to clean out the frying machine here and wrap things up for this broadcast. Special thanks to Link Force for dealing with the both of us for the course of the past 2 hours. And I did tell you it was going to be 2 hours.
You did. You called that 100%. It's been a blast here in the booth with you, Rick. Hope to come more races with you in the future. And next time, if you see my name on the CoCom, bring a snack.
Yes, indeed. So thank you very much for joining us. Catch more racing action right now over on SpeedGaming 3 and SpeedGaming 4. And also don't forget No Kid Hungry over on SpeedGaming. We'll catch you next time.